Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Carrie Dillon. We are joined by the illustrious Sanford Jones. You are the co-founder and president, I want to make sure I get this right, the Youth Opera International.
That's right.
And a very well-renowned pianist.
Well, thank you.
Very well-renowned. So we're talking about the 8th annual concert that's coming up, and fantastic to have this have been such a success for 8 years in a row. I mean, this is wonderful.
It's
7
become
years
a
in a row.
family tradition.
Absolutely. When you have, there's kind of a magic that sort of takes place when with these concert events. Okay, and it's called The Love of Music. So get your pens out. This is going to be the 31st of January.
That's
5:30, yeah.
That's right.
And it's at the Providence Presbyterian Church, which is right off of Cordillo Parkway.
Correct.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about what you're going to be playing, where you're one of the featured pianists. And then we also have Marvin Kinsey, okay, sorry, Kinsey, and Rebecca Flaherty.
Correct.
Yeah, so talk a little bit about what we can expect to hear and see.
Well, it's like a banquet. When you go to a banquet, you have an hors d'oeuvre, a main course, a dessert. Well, we have the hors d'oeuvre is a wonderful short French piece by Germaine Taillefer, who was one of the first outstanding women French composers. And then the main course will be the Brahms waltzes and the wonderful Arensky waltz, a Russian composer. And the dessert is the Mio Scaramouche suite. So something, Marvin and I, who have played together for 63 years, jokingly say, well, we're playing something to offend everybody. So
somebody will always be offended. You know, somebody will always be offended about something. I think more people will be in just eating this up and enjoying it and the deliciousness of these pieces.
Well, the history of these concerts is very innervating for us because the audience is always quite receptive.
Yeah.
They're there because they want to be there. And they know that they're contributing to a good cause. So.
That's right. This is a benefit for the Gullah Museum.
Yes.
So how did that come together with you, Miss Louise?
Well, our daughter, Carrie Hirsch, who works at the Art Center now, was on the board of the Gullah Museum, and we got to know Louise that way.
Is she amazing?
And she is truly amazing.
Yeah.
And she's come to our church in Savannah and done some of the shown some of the artifacts and given us a little window on the Gullah history at Hilton Head.
And there's so much to learn about it.
Oh, goodness, yes.
There's so much to learn about it. So having that as the benefit is just a really nice way to sort of encapsulate the whole event.
Yes.
And so the theme of love, how did that sort of come into play?
Well, we've had a different theme every year, and this year we're thinking it's so close to Valentine's Day that romantic love is kind of in the air.
Yeah.
And the Brahms waltzes are very lovely pieces. And Marvin and I have had this 63-year love affair. I met him at Westminster Choir College and introduced him to my cousin, and they got married.
Aww.
And now he lives in Philadelphia, and it's developed that this year we're doing 2 concerts in Savannah, 1 in Hilton Head, 2 in Philadelphia, and 1 in Chicago. So it is, now that we're not actively doing so much day-to-day work, 9-to-5 work, we have the time and the inclination to play.
That's so wonderful.
And it's a gift to
have
that.
And that is really palpable. That's palpable, like when you just, it's just wonderful. It really is when you experience it.
Well, I have 2 passions in life, besides my wife. One is gardening. And in the winter time, there's not a lot to do.
Right.
So this is the time for the work of the fingers and the mind and the heart.
It all has a season, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
And if you can find your passion and have a situation where you can exert it and share it, what could be better?
What could be better?
It's the kingdom on earth.
And the down season is just as important as the on season.
That's right.
It really is. And now I also want to mention Jusun's son, who is the fabulous organist and has been an integral part of putting this whole thing together.
Jusu is the perfect facilitator as well as the lovely performer. And she's been our constant for these past years in organizing this.
How do we get tickets before we run out of time?
Well, no tickets.
What?
Offering is taken. All you have to do is write your check or get out your wallet and just know that you're...
Show up. January 31st. This is wonderful, 5:30 at the Providence Presbyterian Church.
You bet.
Cordillo Parkway.
Yes.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.